In fact, the past 40 years of peace in Cote d'Ivoire prove that the typical Ivorian is non-violent, respectful, mindful of human life, and conscious of his or her honest contribution to the development of a country. In Cote d'Ivoire, we do not entertain certain ideas. We do not make certain threats. We do not cut people up with machetes. We do not rejoice at the sight of destruction. Neither do we wish the death of other fellow human beings. It's a matter of principle. It's a matter of pride. It's a matter of dignity and honor. This is why Cote d'Ivoire has been a melting pot for so many Africans. Akwaba is a word that comes from Ghana. And in Cote d'Ivoire, we have so many Ghanaian descendants, just as we have many descendants from Mali, Burkina Faso, Guinea, Liberia, Senegal, from all over the continent, even Lebanese. We know how to treat people because the Ivorian is proud of himself and of his country. The Ivorian is a true ambassador. Wherever we go, we would like to exhibit our nature and our culture, which is a culture of non-violence, culture of love and peace, solidarity. This is why in Cote d'Ivoire, many years we've had ministers in our government from different parts of Africa, even from other countries. So the violent and destructive behavior that led to the so-called war are totally foreign to the Ivorian culture. It has nothing to do with the Ivorian culture. This behavior were willfully introduced to bring about terrorism and trouble, and those who brought about the war in Cote d'Ivoire were totally out of their mind and need medical attention. Consequently, we cannot condone the disarrangement in immorality Mr. Soro-Guillaume and his Force Nouvelle rebels are committing. Whether Mr. Soro-Guillaume and the members of his Force Nouvelle were under the influence of some drugs, whether they were forced or corrupted while committing these odious crimes, is irrelevant. They are adults. They are human beings. They have the ability to differentiate from the wild animals. So they are responsible for their actions. The fact that Cote d'Ivoire agreed to sign several resolutions with the rebels is also irrelevant. As I said earlier, these resolutions were signed under duress. It cannot happen in the United States, this country where everybody comes, this country that everybody wish to have, to be part of. It cannot happen in France, in England, everywhere else. Why is the United Nations allowing this? The rebel must be dealt with in accordance to their criminal actions. Whether they were mentally ill or not, this has to be assessed and they need to be dealt with in accordance to their criminal actions. There shouldn't be any double standard for terrorism. Excellency, there should not be any presidential elections in the Republic of Cote d'Ivoire until the national security and defense forces have been cleared from all former and current members of the Force Nouvelle. The defector is a disloyal military personnel. Therefore, he or she is not fit to serve in that capacity in his country anymore. Take, for instance, someone who picks up classified documents from the Pentagon and goes to sell it to another country. Or takes, for instance, someone who goes to a grocery shopping because he's in military, who goes to a grocery store or to a school and does whatever he wants with his gun. Can he be reinserted? Can he be welcomed back at the Pentagon or in the French Legion or in the British Army? There shouldn't be any elections until the weapon used by the Force Nouvelle and their allies have been collected and entirely destroyed by the national security and defense forces. And that must be done under the supervision of the United Nations Special Forces. There shouldn't be any presidential elections in the Republic of Cote d'Ivoire until there is a new and well-structured independent electoral commission operating under the governance of the Supreme Court and the Constitutional Council. There shouldn't be any elections in Cote d'Ivoire until the enrollment and identification processes are conducted with the utmost respect, dignity, and integrity in Cote d'Ivoire and elsewhere. This must be done with a clear goal to generate a clean electoral listing, including at least 10 million eligible and legitimate Ivorian voters. Cote d'Ivoire has a population of over 17 million inhabitants. Holding clean and transparent elections implies that all legitimate citizens who are eligible to vote should be allowed to do so freely and voluntarily. No one should be denied the privilege to become a voter when he or she meets the requirement and wish to be a voter. There shouldn't be any election until the new electoral system has been thoroughly tested and found sufficiently reliable with the utmost degree of confidence. I talked about the several frauds and the efficiency of the system. We cannot organize a clean and transparent elections in this atmosphere, in these circumstances. Everything is bound to fail, because what has been done with the rebels belongs to the dumpster. It cannot be used to organize clean elections in Cote d'Ivoire.